Morning light spilled through the windows as soft snowflakes fell outside. The world looked calm, but inside the lodging house, the remnants of last night's chaos were beginning to stir. A quiet murmur broke the silence. Yunseo's bare feet peeked from under the covers as her eyes slowly fluttered open, adjusting to the unfamiliar ceiling. "This is the lodging house," she mumbled, sitting up groggily. Around her, her colleagues lay tangled in blankets, still fast asleep. "Somehow, I made it back safely," she whispered, brushing her face in disbelief. Fragments of the night before flashed in her mind, everyone laughing, flushed with alcohol. Then, a more vivid memory surfaced, someone collapsing dramatically onto another's chest, faces close, cheeks red. What exactly happened? "What a mess," she muttered, rubbing her forehead. A breeze rustled the curtains, drawing her attention. With a deep breath, she stood up and stepped outside. The world was blanketed in snow. Flowers peeked through the frost, adding color to the white landscape. "It's beautiful. Looks like it snowed last night," she said, folding her arms against the cold. Then she spotted someone jogging down the path. Her eyes widened. "Jungwoo?" He paused, equally surprised. "Han Onseo?" Still catching his breath, Jungwoo stepped closer. "What are you doing at this hour?" "Oh, nothing really," Onseo said, brushing her hair back. "I just woke up early and went for a walk." "Is that so?" he replied. Then, after a brief pause, he added, "Want to walk together for a bit?" "Should we?" she asked, slightly flustered. They walked side by side in silence, their footsteps muffled by snow. Red camellias bloomed through the frost. Eventually, Jungwoo broke the silence. "About yesterday," but Yunseo cut in, grinning. "Did you talk things out with Hyunwoo?" He looked over at her, caught off guard. "I'm not sure what happened, but he was definitely drinking more than usual." She raised her hands defensively. "I'm not trying to defend him. He just seemed really down lately." Jungwoo's voice was calm. "It's already resolved, don't worry about it." Embarrassed, Yunseo mumbled, "I haven't even washed my hair yet." Ignoring that, Jungwoo looked at her intently. "Now that we've cleared that up, there's something I still haven't heard from you." "Huh? What do you mean?" she asked. "What I said at the guest house," he said. "You never answered." She laughed nervously. That. I honestly don't remember much from that day." Jungwoo leaned in slightly. "You don't? You cursed at me a lot." "What? Me? No way." "You did. Said I was talking nonsense." She pouted, cheeks red. "That's because you started saying weird things first," he smirked. "So you do remember." Yunseo stumbled, trying to recover. I'm just not used to that kind of joke." Jungwoo's expression turned serious. "Why do you think it was a joke?" She stared at him, frozen. Then, softly, he said, "I really do like you." Her breath caught. She tried to laugh it off. "Are you still drunk from yesterday?" "That's not funny." Turning away, she muttered, "Oh, okay, let's go back inside. Everyone's probably waking up." But Jungwoo reached out and grabbed her hand. "Don't run away." "I'm not done talking." Their eyes met. "I'll be clear this time," he said. "In case you misunderstood before." Snow drifted gently around them. He remembered everything, her smile, the way she handled everything alone. "At first, I didn't know why you bothered me so much. Everything you said and did just stuck with me." Images of her laughter under an umbrella, her presence beside him. It all came back. But then I realized I wanted to see you smile more. I hated seeing you carry everything by yourself. "I've fallen for Han Onseo." His voice echoed in the present. "I like you, Han Onseo." Onseo stood frozen. "I know this is sudden," Jungwoo said, "but I'm not saying this on a whim." He looked into her eyes. "Without any specific reason, I just came to like you. I can't hide it anymore." She clutched her chest. "I don't know what to say. It's just so sudden." I'm not asking for an answer right now, he said. But I didn't think you'd be this surprised. He turned away. I'll go in first. Take your time to think about it. Yoonseo watched him walk away, heart pounding. Oh, my goodness. Jungwoo just... Before she could make sense of it, he suddenly stepped back toward her. However, he said with a smile, don't keep me waiting too long. Well, what? What do you mean? She stammered. Don't overthink it. I'm heading in. She watched him disappear, lips parted. What's with him, really? She glanced at the camellias near her feet. Seriously, he's always doing things his own way. Time passed. The Jeju trip came to an end, the plane slicing through the clouds as the emotions of the trip lingered. Back in the city, a tall building lit the night sky. Inside, a man reviewed a set of documents. Are these from the expo? Yes. He flipped through them, stopping at one. Who did this design? At the bottom of the page, one name stood out, Han. Unseo? Inside the office, the usual rhythm of keyboards and quiet chatter filled the space. Yoonseo sat at her desk, focused on her screen. The Jeju business trip is over, and Ms. Yoonseo? A voice snapped her back to reality. She turned quickly. Yes? A colleague handed her a document. This needs to be submitted today. She nodded, stress visible in her eyes. Back to the rush? I barely have time to think. Her phone buzzed as she juggled folders and tasks. I don't even have time to reflect on his confession. She muttered, let me just finish this first. Then a thought crept in. Maybe that's for the best. Still, when things slowed even for a second, she'd picture it. His hand holding hers, his soft gaze. Every free moment, that memory comes back. She sighed. For now, distance is best. But fate had other plans. A message flashed on her screen. From Director Cha Jungwoo. If you're free this weekend, let's go somewhere together. Her mouth opened in shock. Seriously? He never lets me breathe. Later, Yoonseo stood in front of the mirror, adjusting her earrings. Her coat was neat, her hair styled, but the nerves were real. Is this too much? I just woke up early? That's all. Trying to calm herself, she repeated, it's just an outing. Nothing serious. Suddenly, a shout echoed, Han Yoonseo! Kya! A crash followed. Jungwoo stood frozen outside the door. She peeked out, embarrassed. Sorry. I knocked something over. Is it time already? Then she paused. Wait, when did you get here? The camera lingers on Jungwoo's clean, tailored coat. Good morning, he said calmly. Yoonseo froze, panicked. Good morning, she replied awkwardly. I wasn't late on purpose. I just got caught up getting ready. Jungwoo stayed cool. It's not even time yet, she blinked. What? Then why did you come early? He smirked. I wanted to see your face. Without another word, he turned away. I'm going now. Be on time later. Yoonseo stood speechless. Did he really just come to see me? Her cheeks turned red. It's less awkward than I expected. Should I be thankful? At a quiet bus stop, she stood beside him. Are we taking the bus today? What about your car? Jungwoo calmly replied. We're not taking it. She frowned. Why? Cars aren't romantic. Yoonseo chuckled. Since when do you care about romance? She teased. I thought you only cared about efficiency. He smirked. Han Unseo, you really are. She grinned, cutting him off. It doesn't suit you at all. Jungwoo looked at her, softening. Perfect. Huh? What is? Nothing. Get on, he said as the bus arrived. She looked up. Wait. Where are we going? Bright daylight poured down as they arrived. The place you wanted to visit? Jungwoo said quietly. Yoonseo looked around. Families with kids, balloons, and a large castle up ahead. An amusement park. She stared at him. Seriously? You think this is romantic? He didn't reply. She laughed. Come on, this is high school stuff. What have you been doing all these years? I've never been, he said flatly. Didn't suit me. She imagined him surrounded by balloons and cat ears. Yeah, it really doesn't suit you. Excited, she pulled him forward. Let's go. We need to line up for rides. At a booth, she handed him bunny ears. This suits you. He stared at them in disbelief. This? Suddenly, they were flying through the air on a ride. Hyunwoo screamed in joy. Jungwoo stayed stiff but calm. Later, under carousel lights, she laughed seeing him in cat ears. He didn't argue. Fireworks exploded above. Wow, it's beautiful, she whispered. Jungwoo looked at her, soft eyes reflecting the colors in the sky. The bus arrived. Hyunwoo jumped off with energy. That was amazing! Jungwoo stepped down behind her. Whoa! It's been years since I visited a place like this, she smiled. How about you? He teased. It was tiring. Someone kept running off. To ride things. She nudged him. You liked it too. You must be more tired, he said, eyeing her heels. You don't usually wear shoes like that. She froze. She puffed up with fake confidence. These are nothing. I can even jump. Then she jumped and her heel snapped. Her shoe cracked midair. She stumbled and fell. Ah! Later, she sat on a bench, knees bandaged. Jungwoo held her broken shoe. You really can't have a normal day, can you? She pouted. How was I supposed to know they'd break? He handed her shoes from his bag. These might be big, but wear them. Thank you. He chuckled. Your shoes suffer, like those slippers from before. Hey, I saved them after you trashed them. He offered a hand. Still stubborn? Come on, let's go. She hesitated. I can walk. Standing is fine, but walking? He said, smirking. Under the streetlights, Jungwoo looked at her bandaged knees and oversized slippers. You won't last 3 steps, Hyunwoo said. Nothing. He added, just hold on and walk. She quietly slipped her arm through his. They walked in silence. Her broken shoes swung in his hand. She clung to him a little more. Then she spoke, voice soft. Thanks. For today. For everything. He said nothing, just listened. I thought I'd avoid you after Jeju. Not because I hate you, I just didn't know how to act. She looked up, smiling shyly. But today you were the same. That helped. You were pretending to act normal. Weren't you? She added with a smile. Thanks. He smirked. Was I? Then he looked at her, sincere. It wasn't about pretending. I just wanted to spend time with you. Her heart pounded. Jungwoo, why do you say things like that so easily? He tilted his head. Did I say anything wrong? Flustered, she took a step back, then stumbled. Watch out. He caught her. Their eyes met. Silence. What I said in Jeju, he whispered. Is that still on hold? She couldn't answer. Then maybe. He leaned in. Can I kiss you? No, words, just her wide eyes, and then he kissed her. Their feet brushed as Hyunwoo instinctively stepped back, her slipper catching awkwardly. Under the soft glow of a street lamp, time seemed to pause, their eyes locked. Jungwoo's hand rose to her cheek, trembling with emotion. As he leaned in, breaths mingling, he whispered, This isn't an answer, is it? She looked away, flushed. Well, with a small smile, he brushed her hair aside. It's okay. I can wait. But I'd like to hear it from you someday. And just like that, he stepped back, leaving her stunned in the breaking dawn. Back at the office, Hyunwoo tried to focus on work until a colleague called, Hyunwoo, how was your weekend? Hyunwoo froze, recalling the amusement park, the laughter, the kiss. Her face went red. Her colleague chatted on. Did you ride the Viking? I rode it 12 times in high. School! Ha! Ha ha! Hyunwoo barely managed, still lost in shock. Wait, did I really kiss Jungwoo? Just then, plop! A stack of papers dropped onto her desk. Kya! It was him. Jungwoo looked calm. I was just about to call you. What were you two discussing so seriously? Yunseo stared, heart racing. The colleague cheerfully chimed in. She went to an amusement park. Jungwoo's gaze narrowed slightly. Is that so? No wonder you look so cheerful. Yunseo flinched, completely thrown off. But then, with a shift in tone, he said, Enough small talk. Ms. Hunt Yunseo, please come to the director's office. She followed, stiff and uneasy. He greeted her with a neutral tone. Have a seat. As us. He continued working. Yunseo's thoughts spiraled. Why is he so calm? Am I the only one freaking out? Sitting together later, Jungwoo suddenly said, Hunt Yunseo. Startled, she snapped back, What now? Teasing me again? But he just flicked her forehead. Pay attention, you got a collaboration proposal. What? She gasped. He explained. A company noticed her work at the exhibition and wanted her to lead a new project. They liked the design and your passion, Jungwoo said, handing her the document. What do you think? I believe you'll do well. Yunseo stared, stunned. So he brought me here just to tell me this? With newfound energy, she smiled. Yes, I'll take it on. Her imagination kicked into overdrive. I'll even design a new character just for them. Jungwoo smiled faintly. She's unpredictable. But amazing. I'll help, he said calmly. It won't be too hard. Yes. I'll work hard, she cheered. In the days that followed, her calendar filled with tasks. Stickers marked key dates, including the bold circle around the 19th. Amid the pressure, Jungwoo was always nearby. When she almost made a mistake, he guided her gently. When she fell asleep at her desk, he returned quietly and placed his jacket over her shoulders. As night fell, Jungwoo stepped into the office and paused. Still working? He spotted her, fast asleep among the papers, softly mumbling in her dreams. He approached, pulling his jacket closer around her, and simply watched. Nearby, the deadline was crossed out. Finished, Yunseo whispered, stretching. She turned. To see her coworkers still there? You didn't leave? They laughed. We wanted to celebrate with you. She stood frozen, exhausted, relieved, and quietly touched. Later, her team praised her work, even hinting at a possible promotion. Blushing, Yunseo waved it off. I didn't do it alone. But her thoughts drifted to Jungwoo, his guidance, his quiet support. She smiled to herself. Yunseo? Someone called. Snapping out of it, she laughed nervously. Oh, nothing. Then a hesitant voice added, Yunseo, actually, yes? Never mind. She forced a cheerful smile. I'll go get some air, she said, escaping the tension. Stepping out into the hallway, she stretched, finally breathing freely. Checking her phone, her eyes stopped on the calendar. Jungwoo's birthday. Day after tomorrow. Should I treat him to dinner? And maybe... She hesitated, then began typing. Are you free tomorrow evening? After a deep breath, she sent it. The reply came instantly. If you tell me to make time, I will. Why? Are we going somewhere? She blinked. How is he this cute? Later, as she walked toward the rooftop, voices caught her attention. They're definitely dating. Her body stiffened. They're using work as an excuse, one woman said, snickering. So convenient. Yunseo stood frozen, heart pounding. They were talking about me and Jungwoo as the golden evening light spilled across the office buildings. Quiet whispers carried sharp words through the air. That woman's been talked about since she was hired, one voice muttered. She has no skills, just connections, another sneered. I heard she rides in the director's car. What is he now, her personal chauffeur? And she acts like nothing's going on. It's laughable. Just around the corner, Yunseo stood frozen, overhearing every word. Their voices grew harsher. Some of us work endlessly and stay assistants, while others date the boss and get business trips to Jeju. Wait, did the director assign her personally? He said he had someone in mind for the project. Outside, the ridicule continued. The director's all professional until it comes to his girlfriend. The women chuckled. So annoying, one scoffed. She's not even pretty. Must come from money. Yoonseo clenched her fist. Her face flushed with anger. Suddenly, ding, the elevator opened. What are you all talking about? She snapped, marching in. Then don't say such things in the first place. Her voice trembled with fury. So it's okay to judge people just because they're not rich. Did you even see anything yourselves? As the elevator doors closed, Yoonseo shrank, flustered and overwhelmed. Inside, she leaned against the wall, whispering, "This is so unfair." Their words echoed in her mind, twisting everything. Maybe, to others, it really did look that way. She had worked with Jungwoo, ridden in his car, received his help. Her chest ached with conflict. Later, back at her desk, she pressed a cold bottle to her forehead, trying to think. A message from Jungwoo lit up her screen. "Call me when you get off work. I'll be waiting." Her hands trembled. She hovered over the reply. "Okay." But her thoughts spun again. Can I really give him my answer today? Her coworker peeked from behind the monitor, wearing cat ears and a suspicious glare. Don't tell me you're eating just one kimbap again. Startled, Yoonseo laughed nervously. Haha, I'm on a diet. Eat properly, the coworker scolded, handing her a glucose candy. Yoonseo smiled faintly. Thanks. As her colleague walked away, Yoonseo sighed to herself. I'm sorry, Ji-young. I didn't lie on purpose. She looked down at the luxurious hotel dinner table, heart heavy. I can't tell her I'm broke because I booked this expensive dinner course. Jungwoo looked up. Yoonseo, you... Startled, she blurted, Isn't this too much? But quickly backtracked. No, it's fine, really. It is too much, but it's his birthday. I wanted to do something special. She hesitated, then confessed, There's something I want to tell you. With a burst of nerves, she added, Actually, I've thought about treating you to a meal many times. Jungwoo stared, then smirked. I thought you were finally reading the mood. But no, you're just being yourself. Yoonseo blinked. Huh? He stood up, voice calm but serious. If this is really just about a thank you, then don't. I did everything because of how I feel about you. He met her eyes. I told you, I like you. Her heart skipped. He continued, trying to hold himself together. You always say I helped you, but I was just doing what I wanted. His words echoed in her mind. Still, it makes me jealous. The chandelier flickered gently. Yoonseo stared out the window. She got business trips for personal projects. She hooked up with the boss. She looked up startled as Jungwoo stood before her. If you have something to say, say it. She shook her head quickly. Oh, it's nothing. Trying to smile, she added, Let's just think of this as an elaborate birthday party. Food is here, she said, shifting attention. He didn't respond. Just watched her. Something feels off, he thought. Still, he let it go. Later that night, Yoonseo slumped against the cold elevator wall, utterly drained. Ha, she sighed. It's ruined. Everything's ruined. She clutched her head in the middle of the lobby. Ah! Images of last night haunted her. Laughing, tipsy, hanging onto Jungwoo. I'll apologize. Later. She mumbled, face frozen in shame. But as she stepped into the office, whispers had already begun. Morning, she muttered. A coworker ran up. Yoonseo, did something happen last night? What's everyone talking about? Then, her coworker showed her a phone. A photo. Her and Jungwoo outside the hotel, posted anonymously. Not sure if this is... Okay, LOL. I took this at OO Hotel around 10 p.m. Kind of sad to see colleagues dating like this. Heard she got her position through connections. Gasps followed. Is that her? The hairstyle looks the same. So the post is real. Yoonseo stood frozen. Her heart dropped. Her world spun again. The photo was clear. Jungwoo placing his jacket over her shoulders. The comments were brutal. Is this a joke? No, people always see them together. The company's a mess. Yoonseo's face turned pale. What is this? She whispered, horrified. She remembered that exact moment. Him helping her last night. She trembled. Who would take this? Panic built. Should I explain? What if this affects my brother too? Around her, the whispers only grew louder. It's not even photoshopped. Then it's over. What excuse do they have? Colleagues muttered behind her. Seriously, the department head? Is there no one else she could go with? I heard he pushed her project. Figures. Bet he did all the work and rushed to the hotel. Frozen, Yunseo could hardly breathe. I can't believe this. Then, hey! A colleague snapped, defending her. That's enough! But Yunseo held her back, overwhelmed and unsure what to do. She quietly left, her face stoic, but her eyes full of emotion. Ji-young followed, but Yunseo gently stopped her. Thank you. But let me handle this myself. Speaking up now would just stir things more. Later, a message lit up her phone. Cha Hyunwoo. Can we talk? Outside, Yunseo stood near the entrance, hand over her chest, barely holding it together. Then, Yunseo. Her brother's voice. He ran to her, worried. Are you okay? What happened? Is this because of Jungwoo? Why were you out so late? No, it's not like that, she stammered. It's all a misunderstanding. He stepped closer, calming her. I know. Did you think I wouldn't? She looked down. Of course you know. But not everyone will. He nodded. Then tell me what happened. She took a shaky breath. We had dinner. I was cold. He lent me his coat. That's it. Nothing happened. Hyunwoo listened, but his mind wandered. When did they become so close? Was it Jeju? Udo? Yunseo snapped him out of it. Cha Hyunwoo? Huh, sorry. I was thinking... You don't believe the rumors, do you? Of course not, he said firmly. I'm thinking how to fix this. He held her hand. Just lay low. Trying to explain might make it worse. She nodded hesitantly. Okay. But what about Jungwoo? He probably doesn't care, Hyunwoo muttered. I'll ask the server team to delete the post. It'll pass. Thank you. As always, she whispered. But Hyunwoo smirked. Just thank you? She blinked. Huh? He leaned in. You owe me dinner, something expensive. Expensive? She protested. I already spent so much on Jungwoo, I'm broke. Hyunwoo laughed. No way. I'm going to handle this, so take your time coming back. And don't forget my dinner. Yunseo watched him go. Her smile faded. I relied on him again. I should be solving things on my own. A haunting voice echoed in her head. See? I told you. She can't do anything herself. She turned away, shaken. Nearby, 2 coworkers were laughing at a cat video. She's mad? Look at her wagging tail. So cute. I left her at a pet hotel while I was on vacation. Yunseo forced a smile but felt hollow. Ah. She turned away. This won't do. I need to wash my face and think. She walked through the hall, tense and overwhelmed. I feel anxious just breathing. I need to get back to work. But as she neared the restroom, raised voices rang out. Are you finished talking? Startled, she peeked through the door. Her eyes widened. Ji-young was arguing with 2 other women. Say it again, she shouted. Why? So worked up? One smirked. We didn't say anything wrong. From the doorway, Eunseok froze. You should keep your team in check. This isn't a playground. Are they fighting because of me? She thought. She took a step forward. Hey. But Jungwoo's voice echoed in her mind. Trying to explain will make it worse. She hesitated. Right. I should... Her hand gripped. The frame. If I step in, it'll only escalate. She turned to leave. I should endure, even if it's unfair, to avoid more gossip. But then, come to think of it, the department head's kind of funny too. Yunseo froze. What did you just say? Inside, the woman smirked. Strict in public, cozy behind the scenes, helping subordinates' careers. And maybe you rose to your position the same way. She was cut off by the sound of heels. Yunseo approached, calm but fierce. Yunseo. The woman stammered. Well, look who's here. She kept going. Do you think I wouldn't say it to your face? I didn't say anything wrong. You should have behaved properly from the start. Suddenly, hey! Yunseo shouted. Everyone jumped. Did you just say hey to me? The woman gasped. Yes, I said. Hey. So what are you going to do about it? Her voice cracked. Not from fear, but from rage. That comment just now, apologize. Immediately. The tension snapped. Yunseo's voice rang out, sharp and steady. Now you've gone too far. Ji-young scoffed, arms crossed. Apologize? For what? She stepped closer, voice rising. Apologies are for people who've done something wrong. I didn't say anything that wasn't true. If you don't want to hear it, maybe check your behavior. Yunseo's expression darkened. Spreading baseless rumors is wrong, Ji-young smirked. Oh, so you're saying that photo was fake? Yunseo faltered. That's... How would I know? You're the one making a fuss, Ji-young snapped. Why do we need to explain? Ourselves? Just then, a commanding voice cut through the air. Enough! All of you, stop this right now! Their superior stepped forward, eyes stern. Arguing in the workplace? Everyone involved will be writing an incident report. Later that evening, Ji-young vented again. Everyone's so cruel. She growled, voice trembling. No one sees how hard you've worked. They're just jealous. I mean, what could you even have going on with the directors? At most, maybe you're just friends with director Cha Hyunwoo. Yunseo forced a smile. Yeah, friends. But her thoughts said otherwise. The streetlights cast long shadows as a black car rolled to a stop beside them. The window lowered. Jungwoo sat at the wheel. Han Yunseo. Let's talk. Get in. Yunseo froze. She raised her hand to her face, flustered. Jungwoo? What is he doing here? In front of the company? If someone sees us? She whispered. Thank goodness no one's around. Why am I the only one panicking? Jungwoo leaned out. Han Yunseo, are you listening? She pointed at him, exasperated. Not here, especially near the company. We have to be careful. He blinked. You're that worried about rumors? Of course I am, she snapped. Do you know what happened to me today? I do. You had to file an incident report. So what? Jungwoo stayed calm. Would being careful now change anything? People will gossip regardless. They might even say we broke up. Yunseo stared, stunned. How can you say that so casually? Aren't you affected too? He turned to her, resting his chin on his hand with a faint smile. I have a solution, he said smoothly. If you don't like being mistaken for dating, why don't we actually date? She stared at him, stunned. Are you seriously joking right now? She asked quietly. Jungwoo tilted his head. Why? What's bothering you? Her mind spiraled. He says it's just noise. But the gossip, the judgment, he's never had to live with that. She turned away. It might not seem like a big deal to you, director, but to me, it is. Jungwoo's expression shifted as her words sank in. So I can't think as simply as you do. He stayed silent. Then her phone rang. She stepped away to answer it. Hello? Oh, Jungwoo. At the name, his eyes narrowed. Yeah, I'm heading home. No plans yet, she said, voice unsure. Jungwoo sat frozen, gripping the wheel. Then Yunseo suddenly stepped away from the car. Wait, Han Yunseo, he called. Where are you going? She didn't turn back. Something came up. Her voice was cold. I'd appreciate it if you didn't follow me anymore, director. Jungwoo sat in stunned silence as she disappeared into the night. The only sound left was the fading click of her heels, and the echo of words unsaid. Later that night, by the river under a starry sky, the atmosphere softened. 2 cans of beer, a pot of ramen, and snacks lay between Yunseo and a man in disguise, hoodie, mask, and sunglasses. Spicy food makes me feel alive, she grinned between bites. He raised his can. Ramen, beer, a night view. What more could you want? She laughed. Exactly. Curious, she asked. Why meet way out here tonight? He leaned closer, overly dramatic. To avoid the paparazzi. Do we really need disguises? She giggled. He pointed. You're the star of the company these days. Their laughter floated into the night. Yunseo blushed slightly. Thanks for caring, but it's night. You can't even see anything. She remembered how he nervously asked earlier, Let's eat ramen. Ak. Now he pulled off his sunglasses and looked at her, voice steady. I remember how hard it was when those rumors started. Seeing it happen again worries me. Maybe I went too far. Yunseo was moved. Cha Hyunwoo. Then he shifted into a chibi version. I should have fired those gossiping staff. She laughed. That's abuse of power. She leaned on his shoulder. Friends are the best, seriously. Hyunwoo stayed quiet, but his blush said enough. As the breeze swept over them, he gently placed a hand on her shoulder. We've been through this. It'll pass. But she shook her head. No, this time is different. He turned toward her, confused, and then she said it again. Jungwoo confessed to me. Her words sliced through the quiet night like a sharp breeze, echoing louder than before. What? You got a confession? From Jungwoo? She nodded. Yes. Hyunwoo looked down, jaw tightening. When? Where? Why didn't you tell me? She fidgeted with her can. Back in Jeju, I was too flustered to say anything. She glanced at him with a small smile. Are you mad I kept it from you? At least I'm telling. You now? But Hyunwoo didn't smile back. What was your answer? Huh? To Jungwoo. What did you say? His gaze searched hers. Hopeful. Nervous. Yunseo looked at her drink, unsure. I don't really know how to respond. She lifted her can slightly. So, I haven't answered him yet. Jungwoo's eyes shifted. Really? Yunseo sighed, slumping forward. My brain's about to explode. First stress, now these rumors. She buried her head in her arms. Why is my life always chaos? Jungwoo laughed. Han Eunseo's life is truly a struggle. Back to reality, his expression sobered. Then he stood. This won't do. Get up. Huh? We can't just sit here. Let's go have fun. Yunseo blinked, then smiled. Hyunwoo? She reached for his hand. Okay, let's go. As they walked under the city lights, she teased, I seriously can't live without Cha Hyunwoo. He chuckled. Ha ha ha, what kind of lip service is that? Karaoke, then a movie, Hyunwoo suggested, lightening the mood. He didn't. Ask more, holding back. I don't want her to feel pressured. Yunseo turned with a smile. It's nice feeling this comfortable with you. But that smile wavered. But sometimes, I hate that too. Later that night, the apartment door opened. Hyunwoo sighed, stepping in. From the living room, Cha Hyunwoo. Jungwoo sat with a book, not looking up. Why are you coming in so late? What, do we still have curfews now? Hyunwoo joked, but Jungwoo stood. Just answer. Me. Hyunwoo closed his notebook. If my sibling's out with friends, I don't question it. Where's Han Eunseo? That hit a nerve. Hyunwoo stood. Why should I tell you? Tell me. You hide everything and expect answers. From others. Hypocrite. You heard from Eunseo, didn't you? Jungwoo nodded. Yes, we keep no secrets. Hyunwoo scoffed. Really? I'm sure you're hiding something from her too. Silence. Yes, I confessed, Jungwoo admitted. Because I'm serious. Hyunwoo flinched. Serious? Then, why'd you make her uncomfortable? She hasn't even answered and she's already suffering. His voice rose. Do you even care how she feels? He tried to breathe. You knew she hadn't replied. Jungwoo replied softly. Yes, So stop. What? I said stop, he repeated. Even if she hasn't answered, I feel like I already know what it is. Silence? Huh. Jungwoo stepped closer. Well then, we'll see. The tension shattered as Yoonseo walked in, holding groceries. Cha Hyunwoo. She smiled brightly, waving a melon bar. You want one? You're always eating this, right? But the moment she looked up, her smile faded. Hyunwoo rubbed his temple. Jungwoo stood silently. Why's the atmosphere so weird again? She glanced between them. Did they fight again? Jungwoo finally spoke. It's late. Yoonseo blinked. Oh, yes. But he said nothing more, just turned away. Rest. Frozen in place, Yoonseo stood quietly, still holding the melon bar. I'll put it away, Hyunwoo said, reaching for the bag. Okay. She watched Jungwoo's back as he walked away. What's going on? The revolving door outside spun slowly. Ugh. The next morning, Yoonseo arrived at the office bundled in her scarf. We can't stay up all night like before, she muttered. I'm dying. But her real exhaustion wasn't from lack of sleep. Yesterday was so awkward. There hadn't been a fight, but something felt off. Did I sound too cold? No. It's because I've avoided giving him an answer for too long. Her heart pounded as she passed security. Today, I'll tell him. Good morning, everyone, she said softly. But no one responded. They were huddled, whispering, glancing nervously. What's going on? A co-worker rushed over. Yoonseo, this is bad. The department heads? She looked up. Jungwoo and Hyunwoo stood facing off. It's a mess from the morning, Jungwoo snapped. Please watch your words, director. Cha Jungwoo, Hyunwoo warned. Why are these two? Jungwoo's voice grew sharper. This is how you manage your team? Hyunwoo's eyes narrowed. I told you to watch your words. Yoonseo stood frozen. Wait, could it be? They're fighting over me?
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'd also love to hear your thoughts on the story. Feel free to share them in the comments below.